Okay, I'm going to take a real quick video. I put, I don't know, about, I think it's 2 or 3 coats of polyurethane. You're going to have to forgive me because I'm trying to do this with one hand. But you can see the finish. I put a polyurethane, then I put 1 coat of paste wax on there. Tried to buff it by hand, it didn't come out very well. Very good. So I rigged up a paper towel, put it on my sander, and it polishes great. I will show you if I can do it with one hand. That's kind of it's shiny, but you can see it's got a little bit of a dull, waxy look. Actually, let me put a coat on there real quick, show you. The paste wax kind of dulls it up. I'll watch it make a liar out of me. It sort of dulls the finish a little bit. On the video, I can see it looks like it's making it shiny, but it's actually dulling it because it's got that layer of paste wax. This side, all I have is, gotta be careful, I don't want to scratch it up now. That side, all I have is the polyurethane finish, which is, I mean, that's great. It looks pretty good. I don't really like the color. It's a little bit too reddish of a color for me. The front, it's a very dark color. Let me see if... Well, I think I already showed you. It's very dark, mahogany type stain. Look at it from this direction. Compared, that's sort of a darkish red. If I had to do it over again, I'd do this white, stain it white. There's a technique where you can mix paint and water. A little bit of paint, a little bit of about 1 part paint, half part water. Then you kind of fool around with it. The idea is you're making paint like stain, and all it does is stain the wood, but the grain still shows through. And one of the girls did a box like that, one of their jewelry boxes, and it turned out really nice. So if I had to do it again, I'd do this white, maybe black, but it would show the wood grain, but it would be a blackish color. And then when you put some polyurethane on, it would be great. The kids were asking me, why do I like polyurethane so much? I said, well, it's a protective finish. It makes it, keeps it waterproofs a little, protects from scratches. But here we go. I'm going to polish this. See if I can do this with one hand. Pull the extension cord over a little more. No, that's about as. Let me pull the table over. All right, so I'm going to polish it, and you'll see the difference here. Okay, I don't know if you can tell the difference. Let me see if I can do it this way. It's hard to tell. But trust me, we can see that way. This side's a little duller than this side. Block the light just a little. I can't. There we go. You can see this side is a little dull. This side's the grain pops out quite a bit. Let me do it right here and see if you can tell the difference. I think you can tell the difference. You can see it's still kind of filmy, milky, filmy white up here, and it's a pretty good finish right here. There's the paste wax, and there's the little extra layer of protection, plus puts a really nice shine to it. There we go. Make that a little more stable. Oops. Let me get this side stable. I don't have that corner stable. There we go. Open that door up, let a little light in. You can see it doesn't last very long, but this is a small project. If I had to do this again, I think I'm going to start, if you don't have a buffer, it's a great way to buff your wood. And I would get those blue towels from Home Depot. They're a lot stronger, they're more durable. All right, I'm kind of liking it. Gives it kind of a rustic look. It's a little dark, but I like it better than just plain stain, which looks like this. You can see that's kind of dull compared to that. You see the difference? I hope you can. This side's pretty dull. There's just stain on this. That's all there is on this. I sanded it. No, I didn't sand that yet. I tried to lighten it up. Didn't quite work out that great. I'm going to lighten this side up a little bit when I sand it. I'm going to use a more aggressive paper. See how it looks. It's kind of an experiment. It's the first one we've made, and it looks really rough. I'm going to show you this. What I was trying to teach the kids about, you know, when you sand, getting all the scratch marks out, because the stain will really make it make the scratches and nicks pop out, where you can see them all right here. And this is actually from the student that did this. He didn't finish it, didn't have enough time, and he didn't want to come back to, you know, on his lunch break to do it. So it's been sitting here for 4 or 5 months, and some of the kids used it as a stool to sit on in class. And what happened? They had chisels in their hand. They started nicking it up. And the bottom side got scratches just from being on the floor. So, other than that, I mean, it's not bad. And like I said, it's an experiment. It's the first one we've ever made. First one I've made. First one the student made. And it looks pretty cool. A little dark color, like I said, for me. He hasn't seen it yet, so he may love it. I'm not sure. But this looks kind of rustic, like an antique type of finish, because of all the nicks and marks, and the colors looks like it's aged color. So yeah, not too bad, and it sounds great. Let me put the phone down. I don't have a way for you to watch me do this. I don't think. I don't even know if you can see this, but I will play a little bit. And I put a couple extra screws in this side, in the front, so it doesn't have quite as much of a slap like a snare, but that's kind of what you want when you're doing a little finger roll. You don't want all that really high slapping or loud slap snare sound. You have just enough to make it sound like a snare. And I bought I don't know how it's going to work, but I bought this material. It's actually lathe, corner lathe. Usually it looks like this. It's for stucco work, plaster work. Goes on the corner of walls and stuff. And then you put the stucco or the plaster over it. But I'm going to cut this in strips and hang it from make them kind of thin. But it looks similar to a snare for a snare drum. So I'm going to kind of experiment and cut these in thin strips and staple them to a piece of wood, and then maybe somehow figure out how to put it inside. Let me get my, sorry. I have no idea if you saw any of that. But anyway, somehow staple it, figure out how to attach it in here and make it removable. And maybe that'll give it a good snare sound. You don't have to do it, but I'm going to try. But I want it removable because sometimes you don't want that sound. You just want like a conga, bongo sound. Anyway, that's it. Just want to give you a little update on that. I got a big mess to clean up here this summer. And yeah, got some work to do in the shop, get it ready for next year. And yeah, a lot of work to do. And Jamie showed me a tissue box, and I did actually buy a box of tissues, and I wanted to add that to be one of our projects, but we just didn't have time. So I've got these square dowels. I've got enough of this plywood that I actually got for free at Home Depot. This guy that worked at Home Depot told me a way to get free plywood. So I got all of this for free right here. All of this, that's particle board. But I got some really nice quality 1/4-inch plywood. Like this. Sorry for the camera moving all around, but I don't have my tripod hooked up. But it's real quality. I don't know what that, I think that's, might be birch. Maybe it's got a little nick there. Maybe maple, I'm not sure. Anyway, I mean, that's expensive. That is very expensive by the sheet. We got basically a sheet for free. This is at least, I don't know, $15 a sheet. We got about a sheet of that for free. And he told me when to go there and how to get it, and I'm going to start doing it. So yeah, pretty cool. Got a lot of work. The shop is a total mess. But yeah, we'll get it cleaned up, straightened out, and organized, and sharpen the tools up. And I'm going to be in here experimenting with projects. Like I said, we're going to take that plywood, make 4 sides like this. Some of this was already cut up. And then, see if you can see, and then put these dowels. Let me make this lower. Put the dowels in the corner. I'm going to figure out how to do it. The one Jamie showed me, well, it was great, except that we don't have the tools. That it was done in an all power tool wood shop, and they were able to cut dados in here, and so then the plywood would just slip in there. It looked great, and if we had the tools, it's a piece of cake. And they do sell hand tools to do that with, but it really takes a lot of practice. And if we had a router, no problem. Could do it with a router in like 5 minutes. You can make a bunch of those in probably 10 minutes with a router. Yeah, maybe half hour. I'd say half hour because we've got to stain it and put it together. But anyway, not complaining. Just handwork takes more time. So that's it. Just thought I'd give you a little update. I'll talk to you all later.